Jill and Greg Watt have lived in Lexington nearly 20 years, raising 3 children, getting involved in the community. Daughter Jamie is 27, son Joe is 26, and Jacob, he would have been 22, but he's with them in memory only now.
He was a very healthy little guy. He was a big baby when he was born, and he just was a very happy, healthy little guy.
Just a perfect kid. I guess my best memory is he'd just come and sit on the couch and hold your hand.
He was very loving and affectionate. He was a cuddler. He came and slept in my bed, and I felt like it was my role to teach him everything. He was a lot of fun to be around.
They lost their bright, playful, healthy 6-year-old son Jacob after a ball game at the end of his first grade year when he was hit by a baseball in just the right way to stop his heart. He was rushed to the hospital.
I got a knock on the back door, and Jacob's coach happened to be our next door neighbor. And he knocked on the door and said that he got hit with the baseball and gotten hurt. And I just thought, I said, is he crying? Do I need to come to the field? And he said, well, actually, he's on his way down to the hospital.
But the trip in the ambulance proved to be too long to save Jacob's life.
By the time he got there was really nothing they could do for him.
And that's what makes AEDs so critical. They save people when the difference between life and death is a matter of seconds, not minutes.
It just hit his heart when it just happened to be pausing. You know how your heart beats and there happens to be that, and then it just didn't restart. So if at that time, we didn't really know much about AEDs, and my sister said the only thing probably if someone had immediately just pounded on his chest to get his heart going again.
The goal of the Illinois Heart and Lung Foundation is to get AEDs in as many places as possible. So when an unexpected tragedy strikes, as it did for Jacob Watt, there's a fighting chance for life.
For me, if people could have AEDs like we have cell phones. We used to think cell phones were extravagant and you don't need them, and now, they're just such a part of our lives that I think, eventually if every home could have an AED, you just never know, and it can, because anybody can use them. That they can just save somebody's life just like that. So why not?
It's an AED that gave the healthy, physically fit 28-year-old Chris Carter a very real second chance at life. He collapsed during a workout, and a knowledgeable trainer with an AED kept him alive.
I was on the dumbbell bench, and then eyes rolled behind my head, and then blacked out. The lady at the front desk came and gave me CPR for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then when the paramedics got there with their AED, they were the ones that sent a shock and got my heartbeat back beating, and then they got me into the ambulance, took me to the hospital.
For the Watt family, the idea of having more AEDs in more places just makes sense.
I wish, if you could have an AED for somebody that could prevent a loss like that, it would be a great thing.
Now the thought that, if something like this happens, that we have that available to save lives, how can you not think that's a good thing?
Imagine having a heart attack and having one right there, or not having one. And if you think you're impervious to that, you're wrong.